What's up guys, Brett here, brettdev.com, coming at you from Thailand once again. And today I'm here interviewing my friend Kevin, who has been living in Thailand for a number of years. How many years exactly, Kevin?
14 and a half years or so now.
14 and a half
Yeah.
years. So he's been here for a very long time. And Kevin is a world-class photographer. So Kevin does various different things online, including online courses. But his main business is here in Chiang Mai, where he does photography workshops. So do you want to tell us a bit about your workshops?
Yeah.
And what it is you're doing here
Yeah.
and stuff like that?
Okay, yeah, the workshops I've been doing for about 2.5, 3 years, I suppose. Chiang Mai photoworkshops.com. And mainly for people who are travelling here. We aimed it at people who have got a nice camera but don't really know how to use it. And so we're teaching them how to make the most out of this investment in their hardware. So it's really a matter of getting hands-on and just walking through. And we go to a bunch of really cool places in Chiang Mai that most tourists don't get to see because they're a little bit off the beaten track and a little bit unusual, but great for photos. And we walk with people through how to use their $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 camera or their $200 camera, whatever it is that they want to learn to use and get better than just tourist snapshots.
Yeah, and this is no amateur operation, guys. You're on TripAdvisor, you've got amazing reviews, and his photography, guys, is world class. So what I'll do, I'll put some of his photos up on the actual screen whilst we're talking, so you can see them. So if you are a photographer, or if you're into photography and you're coming to Chiang Mai and you want to learn about photography, this is the man to come and see. Seriously, really, really good stuff. You'll see on the video. And so how long have you been doing that business? How long has that business been running now? Because it's not been that long, right?
2-3 years.
2-3 years.
The teaching has been that long, but I've been professional photographer for close to 30 years.
30 years, okay.
Yeah, and it's changed a lot. I was just thinking about it the other day. It's been an amazing change to come into digital. The other day, just before you came over, I was in town, picked up the first roll of film that I've had processed in over 10 years.
Wow.
I've sort of pulled the negatives out and looked at the negatives like that. It's like, wow, I haven't done this for a long time.
Yeah.
I love digital, but I love film, and it's just, we had someone the other day contact us and say, hey, I'm shooting film. Can you teach me about film? I said, oh, yeah. It might be a bit of a challenge, but my wife actually said, oh, you should get a roll of film and shoot it with him. And so that's why I had the film to process. Doing the photography business for a long time, but getting into teaching, I find I really love it, really enjoy it, and I've become a better photographer for it because I'm having to sort of really think in a different way about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then more just recently started producing some online teaching, some video courses.
I was just about to say, so you're not just teaching his workshops. What's the website for the workshops?
Chiang Mai photoworkshops.com.
Chiang Mai photoworkshops.com, and I'll put the link in the video so you can click it, and it'll also be in the description below. These are in-person workshops, so if you're coming to Chiang Mai, Kevin will actually take you out and they do a whole tour all around Chiang Mai where you can learn to use your camera. The reviews are amazing, guys. You really should check it out. But you're teaching online now as well. So what are you teaching online, and how can people find out about that?
Got a couple of courses. One of them just the other day launched on Udemy. Both of them are on Udemy. The first one I'd got up really quickly, and it's pretty basic. It's pretty straightforward. The second one's taken me over a year to produce, which is way too long, and the next ones won't take so long. But I really wanted to get some quality production and some quality teaching, and very concise. It's an hour and a half of pretty intense learning, but there's also assignments with it that you can walk through and learn hands-on what I'm talking about. So it is like an actual workshop rather than a tutorial, because you got to get out there and try it.
And what's the title of the course?
That's Master Your Camera, Master Your Creativity.
Okay, great.
So I've just plugged away at it. It's been an interesting thing. It's different building an online course than teaching someone that's standing right next to you with their camera.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying that too. So I've got a list as long as my arm of other courses that I want to produce, and I'm determined to do it a lot quicker than it's taken me to get this one out. But I've already had some really, really good feedback. I'm very encouraged, and I'm looking forward to watching it sell and making some money out of it too.
So people don't have to come to Chiang Mai to learn from this guy. So like I said, he's world class, and you can learn from him your photography skills online as well through the online courses.
Yeah.
So that's
and it's at the moment it's just on Udemy, but you sign up for a course and you've got access to it anytime, wherever you are, for as long as you want it.
Okay, and can we give the guys like a discount coupon?
Yep, we can do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
So he's going to hook you up with a discount code, and we'll put it in the description below this video.
Yep.
So definitely make sure that you check it out.
Yep.
But beyond the photography, like you say, you've been running the workshops for 3 years in town, and that business is booming. You're doing the online stuff. What were you doing before that?
Before that,
because you've been in Chiang Mai for a long time, right?
I do a bunch of, I still do some work with video. We produce videos as well, and photography for non-government organisations, mission organisations, people who are basically doing volunteer work here that need to communicate to their supporters back at home, whether it's in Australia, New Zealand, America, Britain, or wherever people are from. They're working, they're doing great stuff here, and quite often their supporters are only reading a photocopied newsletter or an email or something like that, so they don't really have any idea. So we're producing like short documentaries for them to be able to communicate what they're doing here.
Okay.
And we don't really make a lot of money. It's not designed as a business. It's more of something to help them to boost what they're doing.
And is this for non-profit organisations?
Yeah. For non-profits. We do bits and pieces of commercial work for product and for real estate, for different travel things, bits and pieces. But it's not something I pursue a lot. Quite often get calls about weddings, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, but I'll pass your name on to my friend. So if you're getting married, I know a good photographer, but it's not me. I don't do that anymore.
That would be James, right?
Yeah, it's James.
He's very
that's
good
right.
also,
when I was in New Zealand, we used to do weddings a lot, and it was good. It was good business, and I did enjoy it, but it's just a different ball game here. And that's for me. It's like that's for the Thai photographers' work to do. That's their bread and butter. I don't want to be coming in as a foreigner.
Taking it away.
But quite often I'll get foreigners asking that they're not. They haven't found a good Thai photographer with good enough English or something.
Right.
I prefer not to do that.
And would you give any advice to other people that are photographers that are maybe looking to travel around and come here? And I know photographers travel a lot anyway to go and take pictures or whatever. But people maybe that are into photography that are looking to come to Chiang Mai, maybe to make a living or maybe just to come in for a short period of time.
It's a tricky one to make a living. It's difficult, really difficult to start out unless you get some lucky break. Someone finds your work and wants to help you. Okay. I've loved doing this work for my career, but I've never been a rich guy. I probably never will be.
Right.
but the lifestyle is good, and I love my work. My biggest problem is that I work too long.
Yeah.
I can be sitting at my desk at 3 a.m. still working and loving what I'm doing. It's not a drudgery thing,
Well, you're loving what you're doing in a place where you love to live as well. So you can't really. That.
Yeah. So people wanting to come here, I mean, there's various stuff that you can do online. Selling here is difficult, and working. Chiang Mai is not really. It doesn't have a sort of a big enough business base to work as a fully fledged commercial photographer, especially as a foreigner. And it's difficult to work legally here. I mean, I've got a work permit. I do it. Everything's above board. And everything, but to come as a photographer and get a job as a photographer, to get a job anywhere as a photographer is difficult. I started in newspapers, but newspapers don't even employ photographers very much anymore.
Right. So before you were working in New Zealand, you were working for newspapers, right?
Yeah, I started in newspapers and learned a huge amount working in newspapers. It wasn't easy because I was at a daily paper and the other photographers didn't want to teach me anything. But getting out and doing it was the best way, and I still teach people that. Get out and do it, pick your camera up frequently and use it.
Yeah.
I worked in a small commercial business after that, doing corporate and commercial photography, and then ran my own business successfully before coming here.
Right, okay. So you had a photography business before you came here as well?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. And what made you give that up? Just because you wanted to live here in Thailand? Or?
Yeah, I had an offer of a position here in Thailand to work with an organisation here, so we came to do that.
And this is the non-profit?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you've been doing that for a while, and so these workshops that you're teaching, do they actually are they teaching people to like kind of get a job to go and work for like a newspaper like you did, or what are they teaching people? I remember before you were saying it's like hands-on photography.
Yeah, it's very much designed for people who have got a nice camera and they're not really sure how to use it properly. They know that there's more potential in the camera than they're using, and they want to know how to do it. And so I teach them to use the camera on manual mode.
And this is the same stuff that you teach in the courses?
Yep.
Right.
That's right. So far.
Right. So those of you that are into photography that want to know how you can do all that stuff for the manual settings, this is the course you need to take, right?
Yeah.
And what's the title of the new course again?
Master your camera, master your creativity.
Master your camera, master your creativity.
Because without knowing how to use your camera well, you will not be really fully creative with it. If you know how to set your camera, set the light, and do everything well, and without really having to think it through every time you pick your camera up, then you'll start to become really creative with it.
Right.
And start to do more intuitively by feel.
Yeah, and like I said again, guys, I'm going to show you this guy's photos because they're really amazing, and you should check out his websites. What are the websites that people can go to check it
out? For the photography, there's probably Chiang Mai Workshops.com has got more of my recent images.
This is your company, right?
Yeah.
This is the local company in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, and then for the courses, photoworkshopsonline.com, and for my personal work, for some older stuff is kljcreative.com.
Okay, so I'll put those links all in the description below so you can scroll down and take a look. And also I'm going to speak to Kevin about getting a discount coupon for his courses.
Sure.
For all of you that are interested in photography and are coming to Chiang Mai. And just before we go, what type of people do you get coming onto your classes? Like,
most of them are tourists. Most of them are foreign tourists, and they're here in Chiang Mai and want to do something other than go with a busload of people to visit the elephants or go to a cooking course. Or quite often I'll actually get guys coming to do the photography with me while their wives are at the spa or doing a cooking course or something like that. So it works really well.
But I also noticed on looking at your images and stuff, you are taking photos of elephants and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So is this a good way for people when they're coming here on holiday, and they want to go on these tours, they want to go to the temple, they want to go to see the elephants? What a great way to do it if you're into photography. Yeah. So do you take these people to these places
as
well?
Yeah, we design them to be places that are interesting to photograph and incorporate a lot of the local cultural and relevant historic things, and just people.
I've seen you've got some great images with people from the hill tribes.
Yeah.
I'll put those pictures up.
So there's a couple of different day trips that are really popular. One of them's just within Chiang Mai. The other one, we go up into the Mesa Valley, and that's where the hill tribe people are, and orchids and elephants, and just a little bit out of the city.
So you guys can go and do all of that and learn photography at the same time if you're into photography. What an amazing way to spend your holiday, and also you leave with really good pictures. That's perfect, man. No wonder your business is booming. No wonder. And like TripAdvisor, it's like off the charts, like really good reviews, everything. So one of the top things to do in Chiang Mai, guys, seriously. But we'll wrap it up there, yeah?
Sure.
Been great talking to you,
really
Kevin.
Good. Thanks for coming.
Like I say, he's been here for a long time. I'll put all the links in the description below. If you like the video, guys, give it a thumbs up. If you're into photography when you're in Chiang Mai, come see Kevin. Or even if you're not in Chiang Mai, check out his courses. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Brett from brettdev.com. Till next time, peace.